Elf is back. For those of you who know what that is, we at my house every year do Elf on the Shelf. And that's where the elf comes to our house from the North Pole and he gets into mischief all over our house. And then he reports back to the North Pole every single night in letting Santa Claus know how our children have been behaving. It's a way that we have fun with Christmas in our household. And he has recently come back to our house and he delivered on the first night a giant cardboard gingerbread house. And when I say giant, this thing can fit 3 children in it. And what we did as a family is we laid it out on our living room floor, we got our crayons out, and we started to color. And I have 3 children, ages 7, 4, and 2. And it was interesting to say the least. So my oldest daughter, Lila, knows exactly what lines are, and she's coloring really nice, making sure that she stays within the lines. And then I have my middle son, Bennett, who gets easily distracted and loves to talk. And as he is coloring his gingerbread man, he is often coming up and sharing random facts and having random conversations with all of us. And my youngest daughter, Audrey, has no concept of what a line is, and she's taken colors just like her brother and her sister and mom and dad, and she's scribbling all over the place. And as Marie and I are focused on coloring in this gingerbread house, I take a moment and I just listen. And here Lila is talking to Audrey about how she needs to color within the lines and how Bennett needs to stop talking and get focused and start coloring. And it's just this big conversation that brought a huge smile to my face. But as I reflect back and I think about that, it really made me realize that life doesn't always happen between the lines like we want it to or think that it should. And there's times where we have to color outside the lines because life takes us in a random direction. But those lines are really important because the lines are what gives us the vision and the image and the path to stay within to create this beautiful image. Even though the messiness isn't wrong, it isn't bad, it's just outside of the lines, which takes away from the overall image that we originally had. But as we continued to color and we finished and assembled this gingerbread house and we put it up, it just made me realize how crazy blessed I am to have life. And even though there's parts of it that are scribbled on and not colored within the lines, and there's other pieces that are just beautiful, colored within the lines, it's all about the memories. And here at the Tranel Financial Group as financial planners, what we do when we sit down and we talk with people is we help them imagine and envision what do they want their life to look like. And we help them create the lines for what that life is. We know, as many of you have probably experienced in life, that not everything goes to plan. And there's going to be times where life gets messy, it gets chaotic, and we're coloring without the lines. But by having that picture and that plan put together, it gives us something to come back to ground us and say, this is what we want to create, and this is how we can color to keep that on track, knowing that there's going to be times that it gets messy and we have to color outside the lines. But overall, our life, that masterpiece of creating that vision, that image, those lines, and the messes is what makes life so beautiful. And it's just a blessing to truly work with people to help them envision and create those lines. And it's fun to work with them when life gets messy, that we can bring them back and get them back on track, knowing where they ultimately want to go. I wish you this holiday season an absolutely amazing time. I know that 2020 has been a challenging year for a lot of you, and just enjoy these memories and these moments that you have as we come to a close of this year.